Hey, it's Mark. I'm out on the field again, and I want to demonstrate something. It's a principle of pastured piggery, I guess we'll call it. It's a really nice day today. I'd say it's probably 45 degrees out, and sunny, and there was no rain last night, so we don't use the huts. We'll just let the hut sit if we can, and just make sure there's plenty of bedding out here for the sows to use if they want to. Now, right here, this guy right here, this is Friendly Boy. He's one of my boars, and as you can see, he is a swallow belly because he is black on the top and he's light colored on the belly. Right? So that makes a swallow belly Mangalitsa. And he's young. He's not quite a year old, and I wanted him for a boar because of his couple things. His temperament, for one. That's why we call him Friendly. And his swallow belly characteristics. All right. Now, if I wanted blondes, if I wanted more blondes, then I'd pick a boar that was more blonde, and I would breed him to blondes. But I'm wanting to get more back to the swallow belly characteristics in partial of the herd to be that way. So here's what happened. This gal right here was not related to him, but she looks very much like him, so we bred them. And because he was young, he didn't probably have the sperm count that was necessary. So she had 3, right? She had 3 babies, which is cool. I mean, first-time mom, you're not always going to get the massive litters. But the thing about her is she's friendly. She likes us. She'll let me touch her. She doesn't let me, climb into her nest with her or anything, but she's going to allow me to be here and touch her and her babies, which is, it's important to have that kind of relationship with them, because this sow can be around for 6 or 8 years, and she can bear a lot of babies. And if she has a rough time for some reason, gets tangled in something, or you never know what can happen in farming. But if that happens, you want to be able to handle her without her getting so flustered that she bites you. And I've been bitten a couple times, but usually when they do that, it's because you're having to do something that they just think that they're being picked on. Like if you have to pull a baby pig out of them. I've never been bit by one of these pigs, but the white pigs especially, they bite. They're biters. But you'll notice, here's the boar. He's the dad, and he's laying on the nest with her. And normally he'll just jump up and he'll want to walk around with me. Not today. He's staying on the nest with her. And now that's a really good characteristic, because you have a boar that has, mothering instincts, and he's not going to hurt these babies. He'll protect them. And so you want to build family units out on your pasture that are going to take care of things when you're not able to. And that's kind of the whole idea of this type of farming. We don't need super infrastructure. We let the instincts of the animals provide the stability in these small family units, and it works really well. I can, since the last time I made a video here, we've had probably 20 more babies be born, and very little attention on my part, because it's been nice and we haven't had any rain. When we have rain, first-time moms, they don't really know what's coming out of their backside, so you have to help them out a little bit. You have to steward them, make sure that they're covered. Another thing is, like here we have a mom, and she farrowed inside this hut. Great job, but she'll get really attached to this hut. And you see this board here, it's 2x12 that we bolt across the front. That keeps the babies from venturing out when they're real small. It's just a little safety feature that we've come across and works really well for us. But now it's going to be a sunny day. I'm going to take this hut off of her, and she's not going to like that. But what it'll do is the sun will clean her bedding. It'll dry her bedding out, and then if there's anything going on here that shouldn't, any kind of biological action that really shouldn't be happening here, that wouldn't be completely healthy for these animals. Once the sun gets at it, the other pigs will come over and they'll move the bedding around and the sun will clean everything. And the age that these pigs are now, these guys here, these were born, well, let's see, last week sometime, like Wednesday. They're plenty old enough to be out cruising around and getting into trouble. And we kind of want them to do that. We want them to get out and get some dirt in them and, you know, experience life. And what I do is, if you can get wood chips, you know, from the tree trimmers, get that stuff and dump it in a pile and throw some in with your pigs, because there's nutrients in there that they instinctively know that they need, and they'll eat those wood chips, and it's good for them. Okay, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to lift this off of her, and she's going to get a big blast of sunshine. She won't like it, but it's the best thing for her. And then the hut's freed up for these younger litters. Let's say it's going to rain in the next couple of days. I can just use this hut and I can put it over their babies. When they're young, you know, you don't want them getting wet immediately. But these guys here, they're big enough now, week old. If they get wet, not a big deal, not a problem. Okay, Mark from Baker's Green Acres signing off.